Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again. This time we're gonna have the stream that many have been waiting for. It's the seeding stream for the Orca Championship Blood Bowl 3 League for Season 6. And it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little different from what you're used to from these streams. But in a trying to adhere to tradition, we have both Pidpad and Borke once again joining up with me.
Hello.
Hello.
Right. But yeah, Bork did make off-screen a bad pun already, but as I informed him, I cannot ban him for that, and so him and Pid are both immune. Unfortunately, it is not within my power to ban ban them. But without further ado, let's not get distracted just yet. So, Pitpad, what's changed and why?
A lot, because I think I have counted to 58 coaches keeping their team, or starting a new one, or rejoining.
Stay being in the league for next season. Shall we
Yes.
put it like that?
And there's quite a few new ones. So, yeah. So we'll do tiers of one division until the bottom one, which is mostly new ones. I say mostly because even numbers.
And Night Truckside says, "Boo, free speech." I'm sorry to tell you this, but like both this stream and OCC are certainly not democracies or have any free speech protections. I would argue that this stream is probably a tyranny or a despotism, whereas the OCC is technically, I guess, like either an oligarchy or a meritocracy, however you want. Like how
I'm going for the second one.
as authoritarian as it can. I mean, arguably speaking, like depending on your viewpoint, one could also argue that it's what's the God? I just had the word in my mind. Like, if a head of a religion is also the head of state, what is that?
Theocracy.
Theocracy, yeah, correct. Like it is technically like could be argued to be a theocracy because Nuffle, our Lord and Savior, is obviously the deity being worshipped, and the OCC head admin would probably count as a high priest. But yes, theocracy. Yes, not on the pitch.
I'll go for meritocracy.
Yeah, all right.
I have actually won OCC.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, not on the pitch. That's anarchy. No, I don't think that's particular anarchy. I think that is just organized bloodshed and butchery, which is slightly different from anarchy. But regardless, as Pitpat stated, we're only having a 58. You said 56 or 58.
58, if I have counted correct, which I wouldn't trust for a second.
Yeah, fair enough. You should get maybe an accountant to do the math for you, like. But
when I did the calculation, I typed in the wrong spreadsheet for a bit, so that's a good thing.
All right, but as Pitpat said, due to the number of coaches, it will be championship, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then 2 divisions at tier 4. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So, with that change being mine, how do we figure out where everyone goes? I guess that's what this stream is for, to make it very transparent for people who are asking that very question now.
Yes, and we shall do it as we go, as usual.
Yeah, as we go, as usual. We'll figure things out. We keep it a little bit fluid. Keep ourselves flexible. If you want to be giving us a benefit of the doubt on that, rather than just randomly coming up with a solution that may or may not work.
Is there a difference?
One can argue that point. But yes, it is in fact not Tuesday night until Steam interrupts the Night Oxide's multiplayer game, because yes, that was a thing, wasn't it? That's like so many times when I've played Twilight Imperium and Warhammer 40k, it's been like, oh, well, there goes the game. The Tuesday reset is once again in, and we forgot that it exists. But right, so before we get too bogged down into random nonsense, what's our first step then? And just as a note for everybody, we've done these streams a little bit, but if you're new here, green on the coaches means that they are sticking in the league and they're sticking with the team that they have been playing with. Yellow means that they will be stepping away from the league completely. Either obviously potentially come back, but are not at least going to be in for the next season. And then the blue, it means that they are sticking with the league, but they are re-rolling to a new team and therefore starting at the bottom. So, with that out of the way.
So yes, first from cleanup. The teams relegated from championship have been moved out.
Yes. So as you can see, Philadeus, Flanker, Cronky Chops, and Venturos have earned their right to stay in championship if they so choose. Bottom. And then you have moved all of the people who got promoted from tier 1 into the championship. So congratulations to Lehman X Russ, Smiling Tom, Jublex, Javelin, McCormack, and Bantha for making it to championship. Though at least a couple of those people have already been there in Blood Bowl 3 at least.
I would say that's a stacked championship.
That is in fact a very stacked championship indeed. Now, Pidpad, we
have dwarves in the championship.
Yes, again. But I do spot a problem, Pid. It looks like Flanker, with his F1 Skaven, he is going to be stepping away. What can we do about this?
We can remove him and put him in Sheet 3.
All right. So, Sheet 3 has been added, and Flanker has been moved there. As said, you can come back with the team that you've played previously, so long as you've not played any other game, after leaving the league with that team. So long as there's been no changes to it, you can come back. And unfortunately, due to you will be they will try to put you where you were the last time. But in Flanker's case, being in championship, I don't think you can just come straight back into championship. Or at least I've never heard of anyone doing that with a team.
I think it's happened twice actually.
It has.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. Must have been Blood Bowl 2, maybe even Blood Bowl 1 days, I guess.
Certainly not before 2, at least.
Okay.
But it has happened.
Fair enough. Right. So
now we promote the best team from tier 1.
Yes.
However, we run into another problem.
Yes. Arctic and Arctic.
That happens to be the best team.
Yes. And he has decided to re-roll his team, the Necromantic team. Which is surprising, considering the last I talked to him, he seemed to be having really having a decent time with them, and he had just gotten his strength, Super Wolf, with a strength up. So I'm slightly surprised that he's re-rolling, but yes.
Yeah, but he wants to play Korn.
Fair enough, I feel. But with that, Luke 4444 of the Orcs has decided to join the championship, and my God, would I not have wanted to get into that particular division? Look at that. Orc, Lizardman, Dwarf, Orc, Necromantic, Chaos Chosen, and Shambling Undead. There is not an elf or anyone even pretending to be an elf to be found. The best you can get is, I guess, a ghoul.
The chaos looks squishy. That's just odd.
Yeah, and Big Carmack, well, to be fair, there's also, they might look squishy, in comparison. It just could be that all of the orcs are just, they might just be super stacked. He got a Beowulf. No surprise, AV's king in Eternal League, says Christopher B. Yeah, AV definitely is starting to increase in value now that Claw Mighty Blow piling on isn't a thing.
Yeah, at least Claw is still there.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I mean, yes, there is in fact some Claw, but yeah, he got a Beowulf. No.
I am doing some cleaning again.
Yes, so we're cleaning up tier 1 as we're talking, and there's not a lot of teams that are in fact stay in tier 1. In the sense of like that
No,
there
3 in total,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, because like we do have to also account that there were people who were demoted from tier 1 as well, leaving essentially
Yes.
3 teams in tier 1 who decided to stick around and not get promoted, which is Christopher B, Chaos Chosen. We got Emilius of the Dark Elves and Varys of the Imperial Nobility. Could be. Is that the only Imperial? I'm very curious whether that is the only Imperial Nobility left in the league. Now that I've decided to reroll as well, but they are going to be joined by Bolsa de Walla, and he's Chaos Chosen, Raspel of the Elven Union, and Stalberg of the Chaos Chosen as well, who got demoted from Championship.
Good
So,
on Raspel to stick around after getting yet another rubber helmet.
yeah.
And look, we have 4 spots. And we are promoting 6 teams. But why some strange happening? Only 4 of them are keeping their team for next season.
That is in fact quite an impressive and fortuitous chain of events that happened.
Yes.
So that is Medieval, Festing, Magiot, and Galentio. Congratulations, you've managed to get to tier 1 and complete the division there. So that is Galentio's Shambling Undead, Magiot is playing Norse, Emilius with, not Emilius, sorry, Medieval with Chaos Chosen, and then was it Festing who joined with the Necros. Everything as planned by Nuffle. Yeah, in a strange way, things tend to work out when it comes to that, except
trust Pidpad to do that.
Yes.
Work it out so everything works out.
Yes, we are.
Yes, pure luck works for me.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there that you know, what happens if Pidpad one day just mysteriously disappears?
I have trained a few people in doing this. They've all vanished.
Well, I mean, at least the records of these seeding streams will persist, so maybe that'll be a helpful resource for whoever will have to pick up that torch. 8 green teams for tier 2 as well. It's pretty amazing. Yes, 10. Correct, 10. That is in fact quite the quite. Somehow it just keeps working out. So
I just wanna just briefly point out the 4 Chaos Chosen teams in tier 1.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see like how many of them are really developed and can bring the pain, like with multiple claw, mighty blow, etc., etc. Is there a new chosen threat growing in the OCC?
Well, tier 1 is gonna be chaos. Yeah, that was
a half strike.
Yeah, not that wasn't yet bad enough, but good try. Don't keep at it. But yeah, no. As far as these the Chaos Chosen teams go, like I do remember the Stalbergs looked pretty intimidating the last I saw his team.
And Medieval did a number on me.
So there's at least a potential for pain in at least a couple of them. Yep. So Raspel must be feeling pretty good about himself. He like I'm genuinely starting to consider that Raspel might just be a masochist. Like at this point, like he's
there's plenty of squishy teams in that division.
There is a Norse team in there. Okay, Imperial Nobility does go squish fairly well as well. So
And there's Dark Elves as well. That's not a horrible division.
It's not a horrible division for the Elven Union. Like, they are by far the fastest team out of these, and like the most capable in passing as well. Like, they have the potential to just outscore anyone, and then but like if they just get squished into a corner, then that's gonna. Snot Atomic, hello, glad to have you.
Yes, and as you can see, we should promote lots of teams from Tier 3.
Yes.
However,
This now
there
gets
is no room for that.
Yeah, now this gets tricky because there should be more than just 2 promotion spots, but alas.
As the league structure is changing, that is
Yeah.
all null and void.
Yep.
Yeah.
So alas for Silfuin and Arwen's arrows, they would.
Let's clean that out first.
Yeah, let's clean it out. But yeah, so looking at the tier 2, because there were only 2 spots available, and as stated previously, with the number of coaches going down, there will be some people who will not get promoted due to that, and again, sympathies to them, but for the sake of practical, there was no real practical answer of how we could have accommodated that and then still kept the league structure anywhere near like a sane league structure. But as
it would be quite bad for teams relegated from the championship to face teams with 1 season.
Yes, yeah, that
Let's avoid that.
Yeah. But with that said, as you're cleaning things up, so the tier 2 will consist of Digi Kijigo of some orcs. We got Tribble of the Nibblers with the. I do like the team name Nibblers. Like it feels so whimsical, and then you read that it's actually a necromantic team, and you go like. Then we got Tubrak, Chaos Renegades. Good luck to him. I hope he's having fun with that team. We've got somebody called Borke, who's also playing a necromantic team, like a proper power gamer. Oh, Bivol said, I faced Magia twice. His Norse is on something, not squishy. They are not. Have you considered that you might have just been having, like, oven mittens on your players instead? But we've got Serial Killer with Chaos Chosen. We got Velimir with Skaven. We got Alfil Dorado of some orcs. Oven mittens a bad thing now? Yes, they are. Snot Atomic. I hope that is the correct way to pronounce it. Thank you for the follow. Always do appreciate it. We have Nate Guy 75 with some dwarves. We got some other guy who I know called Pidpad, who's Norsing it up, and Maniel of the Dark Elves. I am having fun, thank you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've only really played Chaos Renegades in the arena, and not a lot of that as well. But it is not a team for me. I feel it is just. But I'm glad that you're having fun. That's the important thing about playing in the OCC, that you have fun. But overall, Tier 2, I feel looks like a fairly. I mean, there's quite a lot of bash in here, and then there's the one Skaven team and the one Elf team. And then Chaos Renegades. I can't really, on a good conscience, call Chaos Renegades a bash team either. I guess. We're supposed to have
fun team.
Yeah, they're just you get something, and sometimes you get another thing the next day. Yes, we are in fact supposed to have fun. I'm sorry that you picked the wrong team, Beowulf. Maybe you'll do better next time.
Yeah, and as a random occurrence again, there were exactly 10 green teams for Tier 3.
Which that works out very well for us. So a planless Leyling team, I suppose. Yes. All praise Nuffle.
That all the blue teams will be going to Tier 4 together with the new starters?
Yes.
Planlessly flay. Yes, no, I wasn't sure what you were trying to say, Tubarag, because it could be planlessly flailing, but it could also be planlessly failing, which is most of the time the same thing, but not always. But looking at the tier 3, correct? Sorry, English is a difficult language apparently. This looks quite fun. I'll be honest. Like
Yep.
Dark Elf,
Yep.
2 Elven unions. We got Necrom, we got Human, we got Dwarf, Wood Elf, Halfling, Orc, Goblin. So we got Arven's Arrow, we got Darkwing, we got Sylphwyn, Wheat Quent. I apologies if I butchered the name. Kuna Dredentis, Nimrod, not Nimrod because that's a BJJ Hero, Snot Atomic of the Halflings, Dakaman, and Itchin Mazak with sticking with the Goblin. It still throws me off that Itchin Mazak, considering like I knew of him like in UK BBL, right? Like the fact that he's just sticking around with goblins does throw me off a little bit because I always just keep thinking that like, oh, he's gonna play something else, but then you look and oh, goblin. Okay, fair enough. Right. So
those are the remaining 3 green teams.
So these are the remaining 3 green teams. So these are teams that will have 1 season under their belt and still going to be in tier 4 with the new teams.
Well, I think some of them might actually have 2 seasons.
Interesting enough. Fair enough. But unfortunately, we can't really account for that in the seeding. No. So, all right, and this
these did actually get relegated despite having decent amount of points.
Right. So the fighting in tier 3 must have been fairly even then. But
yes.
This is the moment that we've all been waiting for, because this is the moment that Borke is actually here for, and because I believe you get to roll some dice to randomly assign these 3 teams into their teams, into their tiers.
Yes, but all 3 can't be in the same division.
Yes, so there's got to be 2 and 1. So
yeah.
All right. I will, as usual, roll d6s, and the odds go into tier or go into division 4A, and the evens go into division 4B.
And
so who's the first?
But before, and I will just like to point out that if people had not noticed, you should be able to see him rolling on the top right of the stream. But the first person who you will be rolling for is C2MC of the Fancy Hats Incorporated Imperial Nobility Team.
All right. And the number is 5, so that is 1A.
Into 4A. Yeah, 4A he goes. All right. Then we got Moomin Slayer of the Great Mystery Goblin Team.
All right. Moomin Slayer goes also into 4A.
Which does, in fact, then mean that Davud of the Badlands Buccaneers, OCC, gets automatically assigned to 4B. But we're not done yet, folks, on the rolling, because there are quite a few teams that we still need to assign to Tier 4.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, the roller and the rolling window in the top right there, it doesn't really update if you're not focused on it, I think. So
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well.
All right.
So, the next person, the first of the new teams, Arctic Antarctic. After dinner desserts, corn. Where does he go?
Arctic and Arctic is rolling a 1, so that's 4A yet again.
All right, 4A yet again. Then we've got Gimlick of the Orca Union, the Elven Union.
Okay. Gimlick, I roll a 1 again.
All right. Tier 4A seems to be filling out quite quickly. We have Core Knight of the OCC Predilections. Okay. Dark Elves.
Core Knight, come on. Yes, a 6. It's 4B.
Ah, the first of them to actually get assigned to somewhere other than 4A. Wonderful. We've got the Spider of the Amazonia Princesses, unsurprisingly an Amazon team.
It's a 4. It's 4B.
4B. All right. Hogster of the Scale Snails, Lizardman team.
Okay, Hawkster's new team goes into 4B with a 2.
All right. Okay. I'm starting to think that there might be like you're gonna roll like 4 unequals and then 4 equals and then it's gonna reset again on the dice button.
Nuffle will not follow what you predict.
Certainly not. Now that I've said it out loud, at least. But next up, we got Bob 152 of Bugman's Worst Dwarves.
All right, Bob's Dwarves. A 6. It's 4B.
Ooh. Now we're in interesting territory. RTST. I assume the team name is not just TBD. But the team name is.
That's what he typed. I'm keep holding him to it.
All right. So RTST of the to be determined Goblin team.
Okay. RTSD. It's a 2. It's 4B.
Yeah. All right. Nuffle has decided to spite me at the last possible moment. Fair enough.
And speaking of you.
Yes. We have me, Alessis, with the Skull Smashers Corn team.
Well done for choosing Corn. You can go into 4B with a 6.
Okay.
That is quite bad for you.
Yes. I mean, yeah, looking at the remaining teams and the team, yep, I probably would prefer the A division, but
there's so much dodge.
Yes, but I mean, Frenzy is the poor man's tackle, right? So it works out for me. Right? That's how it works.
It's also a trap.
Yes. We have Snow Troll of the what? No Zote Lizardman. Oh, my new team will be named Filthy Pub Brawlers. Good for you,
I
Bibble.
roll another 6 for B.
Okay, Lizardman into there. Yep. Now I'm just. This is This is not what I was hoping for, but So we got Clan Horpek of the Illyrian Ravens Wood Elf team.
I roll a 5. It's 4A.
All right. And then we got Beowulf, who apparently has decided to change... Oh, or Pub Brawlers. Okay. So, yes. Beowulf of Filthy Pub Brawlers, Chaos Renegade team.
Alright, Chaos Renegade into 4B.
Okay.
With a 2.
Yep. So only one spot remaining for 4B here.
Yep, and now we're on to the new recruits, which of 3 of the 4 are actually returning players.
Fair enough. But I'm seeing a bit of a problem here, Pid. I may not my ability to count things out. There seems to be a couple coaches that we might want more this season.
Yes.
Still, yeah. But with that said, is the last of the tier 4B coaches, is it going to be Nurgle? We got Kellis Rael of the Ilbrook Desolation.
I roll a 2. It's 4B. Yes.
All right, so that is an orc, a dark elf, an Amazon, 2 lizardmen, dwarf, goblin, corn, chaos renegades, and Nurgle, with Green Griefer of the Greenskin Gits orcs, Kinroth of the Sleep Token Norse, and Nitroxide of Clan Umbra Amazons, going to tier 4A. Well,
I think it generally looks like fun.
yeah, I mean, like again, like I don't think either division looks too terrible. I'll be real. Like I would certainly probably prefer. I mean, depending on who, like who essentially I would swap with. Like if I swapped out to tier 1, sorry, tier 4A. Like if I swapped with the orcs, right, and then the two people who would come into the division to fill it out, like if they were something like, I don't know,
Humans.
like Old World Alliance or humans or like that. And yeah, that would be a great division for me to start with. But yeah, no, I do not begrudge any of these teams here. I will probably begrudge them after the season has started because my God, am I not gonna be equipped to take on 2 Lizardman teams and an Orc team and a Nurgle team, like with starting Khorne.
Well, to be fair, Nurgle isn't equipped to take on anything starting out.
No, because like that's the real kicker is that like he has foul appearance and that's gonna fuck me up every time.
Yes.
Like
How many ones can you roll?
too many is how I would like to say it.
Yeah.
But
Endless amount.
yes. But with that, so Pid, what is the solution? What do we
Yeah, I am, among other things, going to ask Skuld if he wants to play.
Yeah, so there are going to be people who are going to be asked to, if anything else, like if nothing else, just fill in for a season so that the tier 4A will not have 8 coaches, but will have the full 10.
Yes.
And would you say that we're like, if there is anyone who is currently watching and they know that they have a friend who might be interested, would you say that they should recommend them to apply to OCC?
Yes, please.
All right, then. You heard it here first, folks. So, if you have anybody who's playing Blood Bowl 3 or wants to play Blood Bowl 3 in a league at least for 9 games and can commit to that sort of time, do give the OCC a shout so we at least get tier 4A full. But with that, I am going to just slowly pan out. Can also recommend signing up to the Fluff team. If you want to like increase your commitment to the league, but let's just keep it at, just play one season and see how it goes. Like we'll keep it to that rather than trying to overwhelm anybody with
No, this is more like I hear Beowulf there. This is more for those people who are already in the league, perhaps, and who are listening here. If you want to give a little bit back, and you think you have an overabundance of puns in you, there's always room for you on the Fluff team.
Yeah, that is where you will be accepted among your peers. You might otherwise be condemned if you just have a lot of puns to throw out, depending on who and how bad they are. But with that, Pidpad, unless there is any or Borke in that case, if there's any specific words that you wish to give to the people who you have so casually put into a box that is called a division, like, do you wish to wish them well? Do you want to tell them that to hang in there, or do you wish them all the best dice?
Oh, let's do at least a prediction again. I think you
division's up already, Beowulf. That's gonna get you banned from the league, not from the stream, but from
I'm creating them in game at the moment.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like last season we also predicted, and I believe that you got closest.
Yes, I believe. I believe I got the closest by predicting that it was going to be Flanker who was going to win the championship. He made it to second, which was the best we got.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we definitely do have that sort of a tradition. looking at all of the... Well, I'll go first because I have some strong opinions here. I will never, even if they are super good, and even if I know that they can do a lot of things, I will never say that an orc is gonna win the championship, because orcs should get fucking nerfed. Like, every goddamn time, the fucking team needs to get nerfed. It's too easy to do stuff with them. So that means that Philadelphia, Luke, and Lehman X Russ are out. So I'm not a biggest fan of dwarves either, but Venturos has definitely, like, he has shown that he's got both the tenacity and the skill to stay in the highest tiers here. I think, yeah, no, I do think that, like, there's plenty of good coaches in Championship, like, and I've played several of them, but I think that I'm gonna give it to Venturos. I think Venturos has it in him to, in a division such as this, if he can just stand up to the orcs, like, he's got, like, I think he's got a good shot of taking it home again. So that's gonna be my prediction. Venturos of the bearded beer chuggers dwarf team.
All right. Pidpad,
Yes.
do you have a prediction for the championship division? Who's taking it?
Javelin?
All right. Yeah. I mean, he's a very good coach. So,
And my heart here beats for another co-admin, and that would be Smiling Tom,
I figured it was.
also necromantic.
Yep.
I think it's time we see the Royal Apothecary Society at the top.
Yeah, I don't think the previous iteration of the Royal Apothecary Society in Blood Bowl 2, I don't think they ever managed to win the whole thing. I know that they managed to climb fairly up, but I don't think so.
They were a mainstay. They were always up there.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, would be nice seeing, even if it's not exactly the same team. But would, in a way, I can see that Smiling Tom finally, like, clawing his way up there. Bevel says that I predict Bantha. It's literally in the name, Oz top. Yeah,
Bantha has won it before, and he's a great coach as well. So.
I agree, but I'll be honest, I don't think Shambling Undead are gonna do well in a division such as this.
They might be.
Like, I just don't think they have the muscle, and they do not have the speed that Necro has either. Like, and they have no claw. Yes,
how many zombies with guard does he have?
that is a very interesting question, but then you have to also then go, like, that is a zombie with guard, and a zombie with guard might be a very useful player, but it's a zombie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Orcs are tough for Necro at this TV if they don't get lucky removals. I mean, orcs are tough for almost any team at this TV. But Javelin is correct. They're gonna be, like, the orc teams are gonna be powerhouses. Like, they
will bully a lot of those teams.
Yeah, I think Crunky Chops is probably the best suited to take on the orcs, just because Lizardmen, like, will at least outstrength the orcs. They might not outguard them, but they will outstrength them at the very least. So, but yeah, no, it's gonna be like Philadeus, Luke 444, and Lehman X Russ. Like, they will certainly be able to muscle other teams around. Will that be enough for them to? Because, like, again, the thing, they are facing a fairly, like, high armor values, like, across the board. Here is gonna be the orc problem. Is that, like, if you're punching a Saurus, if you're punching a dwarf, if you're like, the zombies are probably gonna be, like, zombies and, like, goats from the Chaos Chosen are gonna be the least armored people they're gonna be punching a lot, and those are still at least AV 8+, right? Sorry, 9+. 9. Yeah, like, there's really not anyone that the orcs will be, like, again, armor rolls come down a lot to the dice, even when you have Mighty Blow, because Mighty Blow could be a fake skill or could not be a fake skill. But yeah, I think orcs are going to be like they're probably not going to be able to remove as many as I mean, if they can get their hands on the skinks, then they will have it. I think they have all of them probably at least one blitzer with like Mighty Blow tackle, and then like he's going to hurt. But like it's going to come down. I think this division of championship is going to come down a lot to who is the best like positioning player.
Yep.
Because again, like none of these teams, like the Lizardman could actually like I could see Cronky Chops doing really well in that like he's going to be able to outpace like at least with the Skinks he's going to be able to outpace the like most of the other teams here. So like that stunty movement 8 combo that a Skink does have is can be terrifying to try and stop if they just don't roll like a double one somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bevel says, thank you all for great people keeping the OCC Wolves running. Thank you for seeding. I look forward to it each season. Looking forward to season 6 kickoff. Speaking of, when are we supposed to be kicking off? I think that might be a good place to end it, just as a reminder to everyone who is watching.
Well, let me answer that. You should expect the posts of the match day threads next weekend on Sunday. You should
this
probably
weekend.
Sorry.
Yeah, as in the upcoming weekend, yes, the 26th to 27th. Weekend. Yeah.
Yes. And you should probably expect your divisions, like the sign-up posts, to go up tomorrow or Wednesday for your divisions. So that'll give you some time to stare at each other, eye each other up in the division, and then from Sunday onwards you can make plans, and then the kickoff will officially be on Wednesday the 30th, though most divisions will probably be open to start a day
earlier
or two
than
before
that.
that.
Yeah. All right. That's a very, very good and exhaustive answer on that. And Javelin says, we really need a werewolf star player for all those matches. I'm missing a wolf. I mean, from what I've heard, apparently necro players should protect their wolves. Like, that's just something that I've seen being thrown around quite a bit.
Yeah, but they roll quad skulls and miss games again now and then.
Yeah. And occasionally you fail a dodge as well with them, and stuff like that. So, yeah, there used to be a wolf star player. We want that back.
Well, they are slowly adding in content, both to the actual tabletop game and to the Cyanide game as well. So maybe sometime in the Nebulous feature. Who knows?
Indeed.
But with that, any closing statements that either of you wish to make?
Almost soon. I'm fixing stuff, so I don't want to announce it just yet.
Well, maybe I start with a closing. Then it was a pleasure as always doing the seeding, and it was a pleasure as always running the last season, and I'm looking forward to this one as well. Bring in more people that are listening here. Like season 7, when it's going into winter or into autumn again, we need to bolster the numbers a little bit, perhaps. But yeah, looking forward to see you all on the pitch.
Yeah, and as somebody who isn't really like, I'm not part of the admins. I'm not part of the usual league structure in a sense. But as somebody who's been participating in the league for quite a long while as a coach, I can certainly recommend OCC. It is still very my favorite league in Blood Bowl to play in. Like despite me playing in other very good leagues as well, don't get me wrong, but it is still what I consider my Blood Bowl home, I guess. And for those of you who are curious, there are the admins are fully still engaged in considering like if the league needs to be restructured further, adding in such things as the redraft and the sort of changes that would be needed to make to the league as a result of that, because obviously like that is going to make a very big impact on the league if that comes to pass. So that conversation has not been buried by any means, but it is a conversation that is still ongoing. And as for now, OCC is not committing to that. But it could be a thing that a change that also happens in the future. Beowulf says OCC the best league out there. Other league is placeholders. Now, we're not gonna put down other leagues, but I did actually. Now that you say that, like nothing related to the placeholders, but I do have this like little, maybe an intriguing idea of trying to see if like for the winners of getting making a sort of like you've won a league, let's make a tournament like with a bunch of league winners and who's the strongest league of them all. Like that sounds like a fun, maybe like sort of a like elimination tournament thing. Granted, to make it fair, it would probably have to be with like NAF rules, and obviously not with like even an identical copy of the team that they won with. But like the people who won OCC, like yes, they will probably have strong teams, but they will also be like fairly strong coaches as well. So, but it feels like that could be something that could be floated around, of like getting something like BB Nut and like his league in on it, like just as a sort of fun sort of one time tournament thing. Though again, like even with that sort of like even if we say that it's like just 8 or like eight leagues that participate, that's still gonna that could still be troublesome to sort of keep tabs on, because people have busy lives, and that would just be more that they need to dedicate to Blood Bowl. But yeah, no, that
We
would.
have had that sort of thing in the past during Blood Bowl 2. We have had initiatives like that in the past. The most like the problem that occurs the most is that people play in different leagues, in multiple leagues. So like who would they then be fighting for?
Yeah.
But that is something that can be assigned, but you get that effect and the effect of someone being away, etc., and
Yeah.
someone not being available during a certain time, and suddenly you have to go to the second, to the third, to the fourth
Yeah.
place team in the championship and ask if they will represent,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't feel like it anymore.
Yeah. Very, very true. Very true. But yeah, it is. It is at least on paper. It seems like an intriguing and fun idea. But
Yeah.
and Beowulf says that he's currently apparently planning his own league. OCC is still the best. I'm sure you're just saying that at this point. It will probably not make the admins any less likely to put you in a division full of orcs and other horrible things. So, But I mean, in a funny twist of that, like if you're playing in your own league, you will have no one to blame other than yourself if you put yourself in a division with a bunch of orcs. So like, at least you have control of that in your own league. So congratulations on taking that step, and I hope that you find enough people to like get your league up and running smoothly. It's quite a bit of work from what I've heard. To like make a league work and keep people like playing like on a weekly or even bi-weekly basis, like to get all of those games done. All right, Pid, are you done fixing things? Are you ready to announce it now?
Yes. The
All right.
announcement thread now contains the date when you should sign up and when we start.
All right. well done. We managed to distract people for enough time for you to get that.
Yes, the timeline was quite broken. Why
Fair.
is this not working? Now I'm annoyed.
Okay. But regardless of Pidpad's current state of annoyance, I think this is where we're going to be signing off. And Bill says, "Yeah, much more work than I expected, and it's not even ready for signups." Yeah, if like the amount of work for a league, like I can imagine that it can kind of just sneak up on you a little bit, like things that you weren't even like conscious of that are happening in the background that you need to think about. So yeah, no, but again, good luck with that endeavor. Hope it goes well, and I hope you at least have a fun time doing it. But with that, we're gonna sign off for now, and as I always say, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, whatever happens to be the time of day for you. Have a good one.